Hey everybody, Katrina here with Gal Gone Camping. Happy New Year! I am going to share with you guys some upcoming adventures for 2021, things that plans are in the works, and just some things that is going on. And if you're interested in that, want to know what's going along, and come along and join the fun, come on back. See you in a minute. Hey, welcome back everybody to Gal Gone Camping. Katrina here. So happy to see you guys again. It is the first week. We're in the first week of the new year, 2021. I cannot believe it. A couple of videos ago, I guess it was the video before last, I discussed, holiday blues and depression and how that can come on us around the times of the holidays. Did y'all experience that? I did somewhat. I went through something around Thanksgiving. Made it through Christmas okay. But New Year's rolled around, and by New Year's Day, I was feeling some depression. Not sure why. I couldn't tell you why. Nothing was wrong. Nothing had happened. Everything was fine. Had a great Christmas. I don't know. It could be the letdown after the holidays. A friend and I were discussing that. She said after Christmas was over and everything, she didn't feel like she had anything to look forward to. So, that may be the case with some people. You're looking forward to Christmas and Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all the holidays, and then all of a sudden they're all over, and you may feel let down. Don't really think that was it for me either. Some people do experience that. Weather, I know weather is a big one for me. It was horrible all through New Year's, rainy, wet, cold where I was in my home state of Kentucky. And New Year's Eve, had a couple options, things I would have liked to have done, but it was just too bad to get out. I mean, it was rainy and it was nasty. So I opted to stay in, and I watched movies pretty much all through New Year's. And enjoyed that. But I did have a depression come over on me, and I really couldn't tell you why. I think some people may still have some fear, with this COVID situation and the virus, the way it has gone on through 2020. You may have some depression and fear over that. That really wasn't it for me either. Any fears and anxiety that I have absolutely nothing to do with COVID. But I did experience a tremendous sadness. Don't know why. But by by this past Monday morning, first start of the week of the new year, it was like it was gone, But during that weekend, I was sitting at my kitchen table, and I was feeling pretty sad. I don't know why, but I was sitting at my kitchen table looking out the window. I have a long driveway, and then on down the road, past the driveway, on down the road, there was a pretty big patch of fog. And I'm like, well, how fitting is that? This foggy, dreary day, I was just sitting there looking at it. And I'm telling you, within seconds, it had dissipated and it was gone. And I just was reminded reminded me that how quickly our lives can change, and as fast as something in your life can go wrong, it can also go right, just as quickly. And I just thought, it was a good reminder. So that kind of helped me. It was almost like a sign. Like I said, I always pray for God to lift that depression off of me when I get like that. And just seeing that dissipate right in front of my very eyes was really neat, and I just thought, well, this isn't going to last, and it never does. I just wish that people could understand that and believe that things do change. And they can change rather quickly if you'll just give it time and just hold on and believe. And it makes me really sad to think about those who have maybe ended their life thinking that that they were going to be in the same situation forever, and that's never true. The one thing about life, the only thing that changes, that never changes, is change itself. So I just wish people would think about that. But so after I got past that, I don't know, it's just like everything lifted, and I started looking forward to 2021, and I started making plans for adventures for 2021, you guys, and I'm excited to share that with you. It was kind of like deja vu, though, because I try to at the beginning of the year, if I know that there's some things throughout the year that I want to try to participate in or trips I want to go on, then I try to start planning that early on so I can kind of get an overview of what I want to do for the year and plan things out. Not that I want to have anything set in stone, but just an idea of when things are taking place, and so I can kind of get a general idea. And I was doing the very same thing last year. I had gotten several things booked, and then, of course, by March and April, one by one, events were being canceled, and the rest was history. So everything was pretty much canceled. So now, that things are opening back up, even things certainly are by no means normal. Things are doable, so I'm starting to get things booked, planned. But then again, if changes happen, which I'm sure they will, you just roll with it. I talked about that on a video here a while back too, like my Memphis trip. It didn't quite go as planned, but we just rolled with it, and it was great. I had to make some changes, but it was still fantastic. So we just got to roll with the change. That's all you can do. So you guys, January. I have mentioned this before, and I have been trying to get out to the RTR, which is the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous out in Arizona, in Quartzsite, Arizona area for the last 3 years. And for some of you might know what I'm talking about, but those of you who do not, the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, also known as the RTR, is a big rally for nomads, travelers, RVers, people who love that lifestyle. And in the past, this was founded by Bob Wells, who was the founder of CheapRVLiving.com blog and YouTube channel. Has started the first one, I think. It was about, I think 2019 was the 10th year, I believe. And it just grew every year. And there would be seminars, classes held throughout 2 weeks, or a week and a half to 2 weeks. And you learned about all kinds of things, like solar and safety, and there was a class on all kinds of different things. And then people all just kind of gathered together and camped together. You met people, developed friendships, and I was really looking forward to that. And I actually had planned, I actually had a flight booked last year, and well, in 2019, and I had an emergency come up and that had to be canceled. So then it turns out in 2021, this January, the event is canceled because they just didn't want to risk, of course, of having, that many people close together. But they are going to have it virtually. The classes that they would normally hold, at the fairgrounds or on the public land site with speakers, demonstrators, and all that, they're going to have virtually. So that's all going to be available online. And all this is free, guys. There's no registration fee. You don't even have to register. You just need to go to the site. And that is at, now it was founded by CheapRVLiving.com, but now all the information and everything, you can find that at Homes on Wheels Alliance. That website, I'm going to put it up on the screen, but it's homesonwheelsalliance.org. And you can find all the information there. You just subscribe there, and you will be notified of when they're going to have the live. This is Arizona time. So it's going to be January the 14th through the 20th. The last 3 days actually is the women's RTR. It's just for women. The rest of the time is for anybody. And this is Arizona time, so it will be a live feed, and you can ask questions, on the chat. But if you can't make the live, then it will be shown in its entirety, on the site later. So I would invite you to join that if you are interested in learning about those types of things. I can't wait. I wish I could absolutely be there and be doing it in person, but this is the next best thing. And hopefully next year it will be back to normal. There is going to be, out in that area, some informal camping. There's not going to be any organized events, but it's just people who would like to camp in the same area safely, social distancing. That's going to be done. For the women's, it's going to be the 21st through either the 25th or the 26th. That's all going to be on the site as well. And Sue Ann Carlson, she takes care of that. She is over Homes on Wheels Alliance, and so she'll be there. And then on the 28th, January 28th through February the 3rd, will be for everybody. And the location is not far from the other. And the way I understand it, Bob Wells, the founder of cheaprvliving.com, he will be there at some point, maybe a couple hours, and people will get to meet him if they so choose to. Once again, I hate it that I'm not doing that, and I even had thought about doing that this year, but January is a hard time here in this area for me to try to get everything ready and go and do that, and maybe next year. That's all I can say. I am going to get out there at some point. But anyway, I wanted to let y'all know about that you can do that virtually. The RTR virtual online classes. I think it's tremendous amount of knowledge, things that you're going to learn. So if you're interested in that, homesonwheelsalliance.org, and you can find out everything you want to know about it. What else? So, you guys, I have a milestone birthday coming up in March. I do. And one of my really good friends, mine's on the 1st, and hers is on the 3rd. And, many times in the past that we've tried to do something on our birthdays together sometime during that time frame. And so it's going to be through the week this year. So we're going to try to do something the weekend prior to that, and last weekend in February. I don't know. We're still working on that. We've looked at several locations and trying to get that nailed down. So pretty excited about that. Not 100% sure exactly what it's going to be. Kind of leaning in one direction. It's exciting, so I don't know. But looking forward to that. Later in March, too, I'm going to be with my kids. I'm going to be joining my kids in Texas, y'all. I'm so excited. It was really great to see them at Christmas. Missed them so much when they left. But I am going to join up with them in Texas in March, and I'm going to do something on that trip that I'm going to check off a bucket list item, you guys. So stay tuned, and you'll be able to see that. April, I have an event planned. The Sisters on the Fly ride again, you guys. And if you all are familiar with Sisters on the Fly, you may have seen it on my website or heard me talk about it before. It is the largest all-female outdoor recreation organization in the country. My number is 10,095. That tells you how big it is. Been around for a long time. And it's just, women get together who enjoy camping, traveling, doing that kind of thing. A lot of the gals have vintage campers, but you don't have to have one. It's absolutely not necessary. You can camp in a van, your tent, your whatever kind of camper you have, motorhome, it doesn't matter. You're welcome. If you're interested in that, you go to sistersonthefly.com and you can join. It's like $70 a year. But they have events all across the country, and they'll have regional events and chapters. I belong to the Horsing Around the Bluegrass, and we get together once a year and have an outing down there. It was canceled last year because of COVID, so it's on this year, and I'm so excited because this year I am going to be able to take Littlette, which I'm in Littlette right now, my 1974 Bonanza Pinto vintage camper. So when I went before, I was in the Edame 2, which is my camper van, and that's awesome too. I love my camper van, but this will be the first time that I'll get to take my trailer, so I'm super excited about that. May, I don't have anything definite for May, but as spring comes along, the weather is perfect for backpack camping and tent camping, and got some things locally that I want to do, some trails I want to take, and some outings with some of my tribe, my cousins. We're looking forward to that. And y'all, just back in this past August, Expedition Bigfoot. If you guys are into Bigfoot, which I do, I love that stuff. He's real, he is. They were in southeastern Kentucky, and they filmed that. It was just on the Travel Channel. It was just on just a couple nights ago, but they filmed that in the Pine Mountain area, you guys. Pine Mountain is a huge area. It runs actually through a course of eastern Kentucky, southeastern, eastern Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia in that little tri-area there. So there's a trail Pine Mountain Trail that I want to take. Check that out. Hunt for Bigfoot. Also, there is a couple haunted places I want to stay at. Right in my home state of Kentucky, y'all, there is a haunted tavern and a haunted Jailer's Inn bed and breakfast. And I'm hoping to make that at some point. I think that's going to be pretty cool. So, that may be on the list. Well, it is on the list. Just don't know if I'm going to get to everything. But, anyway. And I just found out, didn't know about this, but y'all know how I love the West. And I love Route 66 stuff. And when I give y'all the tour in here, when I'm done, completely done with the camper, with the interior, you'll see my Route 66 stuff. Love it. The Mother Road, you guys. And I learned about this through, I got my AAA World magazine. That is the AAA Roadside Assistance Program that is a must. I don't care if you are a camper or not, or nomad or not, or whatever. If you travel, if you get in a car and you go anywhere, you need a roadside assistance program, and I would absolutely not leave home without it. Has saved my life more than one occasion. But they have a magazine. You know, if you have a membership with them, they send you out a magazine. I think it's quarterly, maybe. Yeah, it's bi-monthly, January, February. So, as I was reading through that, I found out that Route 66, they're having a road fest in June. They're having a couple locations. Well, the largest part of Route 66 goes through Oklahoma. It has more miles through Oklahoma than it does in any other state on the whole road. And they're having an event in Tulsa, and the very next weekend in Oklahoma City. So, I may try to make that. And you know, I always want to do as much as I can on any kind of trip. Wherever I go, I research it out, you know, and see if I can do something else within the time frame that I've got. You know, is it within distance that I can do 2 or 3 things at one time? And Tulsa is only a couple hours from Robbers Cave State Park in Oklahoma, which is a former hideout of Jesse James. That's why it's named that. And I definitely want to go there and camp and take those trails and explore that and hunt for some Confederate gold. Some of Jesse James's gold. It's there, y'all. I know it. I'm going to find something one of these days. I know it. So, may get to do that. So, y'all, another thing that I learned while reading my AAA magazine, I had already known. Now, have y'all ever heard of the loneliest road in America? Do you know what that is? The loneliest road in America is Highway 50 through Nevada. And I did know about that, and I can't wait to take that route. But there has been a couple other roads that have been added to that list of America's loneliest roads. And it's in the magazine. One of them is the Natchez Parkway that goes down south through like Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, down through there. I have been on part of that. I didn't know, well, I think they just recently added it to that America's Loneliest Roads listing. But the one I did not know about is US 12, Route 212, and the Beartooth Highway in Montana, in that area. So, that's another thing that's on my list. I don't know. I hope to get to do it this year. There's 3 states out west that I haven't been to, and I have developed a route. I figured out a route that I can do that will allow me to get into all 3 of those states, and it's going to be an excellent route. So, I don't know, who knows, I might get to do this loneliest road thing. Anyway, so y'all, I mean, just off the top of my head, that takes adventures for me up to the first half of the year. And, you know, who knows what the second half of the year is going to hold. I've got some ideas for that too, but so that's kind of the thing that you guys are going to come along and enjoy with me if you tune into the Gal Gone Camping YouTube channel and the Gal Gone Camping blog on the website there. And so I love having you guys along, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I do. The point is, you guys, is to live. You know, and if you get on my website, galgonecamping.com, you'll see that live is actually an acronym on there. It stands for something. So get on there and look, and you'll see. Have adventures. You know, experience your life. Do what you want to do before it's too late. We're only here for a short amount of time, and you got to do what you got to do. while you can. You know, we're not promised the next breath, the next day, so do it. Just live. Get out there and do it. What are you waiting on? As the lyrics of a famous song says, don't question why she needs to be so free. She'll tell you it's the only way to be. There's no time to lose. Catch your dreams before they slip away. I think they could have written that about me. I'm going to let you all figure out what song that's from. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you figure it out. And that's one of my favorite songs, one of my favorite groups. And it's awesome. I think they wrote it for me. Of course, I wasn't born then, I don't think. But anyway, speaking of songs, you know, those of you who know me pretty well, I've always say that everything's a song. Everything's a song. Seriously. But other plans for me for this year, on a personal note, is I want to work on my music. You guys know I write songs and poetry and have been for a long time. Kind of laid my music down for years after my dad died years ago when I was young. But, you know, it's never too late. I picked it back up. I've never stopped writing. I'm going to, my plan is to document all of my recordings, get those down, get those songs and lyrics down on recordings, demo recordings, and then do with whatever. You know, you never know what might happen. And I've got some literary projects that I'd like to see published, so I'm going to be working on that. And these things will also, you know, once that is complete, those things will be available on the website too. Which brings me to some updates with Gal Gone Camping website and YouTube channel. Hopefully this year, I mean, you know, you got these, I have these plans, and then things kind of get crazy and busy and everything, and don't get to everything like I'd like to, but I hope to have that online store up and running this year. When you go onto the website, you see, I think there is a, I think there's a tab that says online, or it says shopping or online store or whatever, and it says coming soon, so it is coming. I just don't know exactly when, but, you know, just keep checking back, because that is on the plan to have a online store there with various merchandise and that kind of thing, Gal Gone Camping merch, and some other things too that you might be interested in. So I'm going to make some updates to the website too. Hopefully have a product page on there. You guys know that I do product reviews periodically on things that I have found really useful, products I love. So I want to put those on a separate page, so you guys can go directly to that page and see things that I've talked about, and I'm sure that you'll love them too. And you all, I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I am affiliated with a couple organizations like Work Camper News and Harvest Hosts, a QVC affiliate, but I'm not an Amazon affiliate or anything like that. Don't know that I ever will be. I don't really care if I am or not. You know, if the channel was to grow, that'd be great. That I could be, but if not, it's no big deal. I just want to share these products with you, so hopefully I'll get them on that page pretty soon, and that'll be another part of the website. And so just wanted to kind of update you on some things that were coming up for 2021. And you know, it reminds me too, somebody actually asked me about, because I'm going to have some, I have some Gal Gone Camping themed jewelry. Somebody asked me about jewelry. We were talking about jewelry. And, you know, I'm not a big jewelry person. I'm not. My jewelry, as a matter of fact, y'all look what I've got on. I mean, the jewelry that I wear, I do like jewelry, but I'm not bling bling and flashy and diamonds and all that stuff. I'm not into it. The jewelry, just like I have on today. This is what I wore today. Most of my jewelry has some kind of symbolism to it, or it's something I've gotten on during my travels, something special. You can only kind of get it from one certain place. For instance, you know, I had a necklace made from the gold flakes that I panned in Alaska. Yeah, I had that made into a necklace, so that's super special. I've got a piece from the stone. You can always the actual stone only is found in the Cayman Islands. I had a pendant made out of that. So, you know, it's things that is symbolic, or family pieces, or something that indicates an era, or a subject that I love. So, for instance, you know, look what I'm wearing today. The bracelet is a peace bracelet. It was given to me by a friend. Definitely hippie, 60s, 70s, which I love. This is macrame, totally hippie, 60s, 70s. And my friend Judy gave that to me. She's in the jewelry business. And I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. What else have I got on? This ring was given to me by my cousin Bob, my second cousin Bob. It was very, very dear to me. He's passed on now, but his wife, Sammy, was a big jewelry person. He actually had a lot of jewelry made for her, but when she passed, you know, things that, you know, that her daughter didn't take or whatever, he let me have. And this is a really pretty piece. It's a ruby ring, and I love it. So, you know, every time I wear it, I'm reminded of Sammy. So she was a classy lady, loved her dearly. This ring is a cremation ring. Ashes of a very, very dear person. And my necklace. Very cheap, y'all. I ain't cheap, but this is cheap. TCB, y'all know what that means? Some of you Elvis fans out there, taking care of business. So I got this when I was at Graceland just this past year, and, you know, I mean, you know, how cheesy. Is that cheesy? I don't know. I don't care. I love it. I mean, it suits me. I take care of business every day because I have to. We all do. Don't we all take care of business every single day of our lives? You know, that was Elvis's, one of his logos, and then one of his signature songs. He had the symbol on his plane and all of his stuff. You know, a lot of his big fancy suits and rhinestone suits and all that. So I love it. So it's just things like that. You know, it's things that's come from my trips or whatever. But going on to talk, the reason I'm talking about this is going to be an upcoming video about girly stuff, which I'm not a diva, y'all. I ain't no diva. I never was into makeup very much, or, you know, high fashion and jewelry and all, nails. Look at this. I mean, I have none. And I absolutely don't. I don't want any. I can't stand it. I can't work in it. And I'm not Dolly Parton. I can't play the guitar in nails out to here. I can't do it. It's beautiful on other girls. And I do like my toenails polished. I do like that. But I can't handle the fingernails. It's great on other gals. It looks wonderful, but not for me. But I'm going to have a video coming up that I am going to share some of that information with y'all from divas that I do know. Like I said, I ain't one, but I know a couple. And, you know, within the makeup industry there, that have some great makeup tips. These girls are great. Jewelry. I have a couple friends, one that is a paparazzi dealer, and she is fantastic. She loves the bling bling. And then my friend, Angie, she actually she makes handcrafted jewelry, and she is so talented. She has such beautiful pieces, and so I want to tell you all about her and promote her site. So there's things like that I want to do a complete little video on and talk to y'all about that. I think some of you girls out there will really enjoy that. Like I said, it's, you know, to me, my philosophy on that is just to dabble, do you? You know, but some of you glamping girls, you'll love it. So stay tuned, you guys. There's all kinds of stuff on my channel. You know, how-to stuff, you know, product reviews, and businesses, you know, promoting other business. That's something I always want to do, is promote other people, other businesses and other areas and that kind of thing. So be sure and stay tuned, because you guys are going to have a lot of fun. A lot of things coming in 2021 for Gal Gone Camping, and I hope it's a great year for you. I hope it's a great year for all of us. Certainly hope that it's better than the last one. You know, I hope it finds us all in a better place than we were last year. And so be sure and subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to galgonecamping.com. And share, like and share if you would, with people that you think that would be interested. And I think you're going to have a good time. So follow along. Also on the Gal Gone Camping Facebook page. And, you know, you'll never miss anything. Be sure to subscribe to that YouTube channel, and you'll get updates to when the next video is being released. So, all right, you guys, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Happy New Year. Love y'all. Take care.